Hi and welcome to episode 65 of the This is Reportage podcast. My name is Alan Law, I'm the founder of This is Reportage and This is Reportage family, and I'm a photographer too. The fab Olivier Bolte is my guest on the podcast today, and it was a real pleasure chatting with him. Olivier was our French Storyteller of the Year for 2020 on TIR, and he was also the overall French Photographer of the Year and Storyteller on This is Reportage family, a truly incredible achievement. Olivier talks about lots of different topics on the episode today, including why there's so much joy and happiness in his work and why he's attracted to that, his morning routine, our Netflix synopsis game, why he takes so long doing his slideshows, picking fruit in Australia, what makes him happy, things he would have done differently, top tips for better documentary coverage, and so much more. Just a little note that this interview was actually recorded on the 29th of January 2021, so that's why there may be some date and time discrepancies with what we discuss. Right, over to Olivier. Hey Olivier, how are you?
Hey Alan, thank you. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Yeah, good. It's lovely to hear your voice.
Yeah, me too. I know your voice, I'm listening to your podcast quite often, so I'm very pleased to be invited today. It's cool.
Thank you for agreeing to be on here. It's really lovely. And as I was just saying before we began, it's lovely for me to hear your voice because I've seen, we've messaged quite a few times on Facebook and I've seen your photo, but it's lovely to put a voice to it. It's really nice.
It's not a sexy voice, but
You sound very cool, man. You sound very cool.
Okay, that's a French accent, maybe.
Yeah. It is a very cool accent. I like it. So how are you in general? Yeah, so you're in France, as we've just established. Whereabouts in France are you?
At the very south of France. Actually, I'm near the border of Spain. So I'm a 2 hours drive from Barcelona.
Oh, nice.
So my city is called Perpignan. It's not a big city, but it's well placed because we have the sea and the mountains and the climate is pretty good. We have some sun today. So lovely. Happy place to live.
Well, it sounds really nice. Nice. Do you go over the border to like Barcelona much? Do you do that?
Yeah, I used to, but it's a bit complicated now. But the thing is, that's great because when you drive just 30 minutes and you are in Spain. So when you want some time off on the weekends, it's just perfect, because as soon as you pass the border, it really looks like you are on holiday. So it's perfect. It's great.
That is so nice. It's so nice.
Yeah, you can smell the palm trees and the calamares. So it's great.
Wow. Did you grow up there as well?
I'm sorry?
Did you grow up in that area of France as well? Or did you grow up somewhere else in France or?
No, I grew up there. Yeah, sorry.
You did
I grew up in Perpignan. I've been traveling a little bit, of course, but I would like to live in another place in the world, maybe. But sometimes you just think about where you live and you say, it's okay,
Yeah, it sounds beautiful where you live. I wouldn't want to go anywhere else. It sounds super. Cool that Barcelona is only 2 hours away. I went to Barcelona for our honeymoon, actually. After we got married.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a cool place, isn't it? It is a cool place.
Yeah, it is.
But have you ever been over to England?
I've been to England, to London mainly. Just London, I guess.
Okay, never been to Cornwall in the southwest where I live. You've not been here?
No, I know you're there on the southwest coast, yeah?
That's right, yeah.
Very close to the sea as well.
It is, yeah, it's nice. I bet it's not as nice a warmer climate as what you have, but it's nice.
Okay, I will go someday maybe.
Yeah, you should. You're very welcome anytime. Very welcome. Come here, stay with us. Do you like table tennis?
Okay, yeah, I do.
Do great. I've got a table. We can play. You got to come.
I don't think I'm as good as you, but
no, I'm not that good. Nice. We'll do it sometime.
I don't know. Actually, while you're talking about table tennis, do you know paddle tennis?
Paddle tennis? No, I don't.
Yeah. So it's. I think it comes from Argentina and Spain mainly.
Okay.
And I played it a lot, and it's starting to develop a lot in south of France and a little bit everywhere in France. But if you ask some Spanish guys, they know it, and it's like a tennis game, but you have walls all around it.
Okay.
You're allowed to play against the wall, so it's a great game.
That's so good.
I think.
That sounds good. Sounds like a mix between kind of squash and tennis.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Exactly.
That sounds cool. I'd be up for that. I played a bit of squash when I was younger. That's so intense. Do you play squash?
Yeah.
Yeah,
For the heart, it's like boom, boom, boom. It's crazy.
Yeah. It is, isn't it? It is. But yes, I'd like to try that. We'll have to try that sometime. Cool. So Olivier, let's start with some congratulations, because you did brilliantly on both This Is Reportage and This Is Reportage Family last year. We're becoming the French Storyteller of the Year on both sites. It was just amazing.
Yeah.
You're so good, man. And you're also 12th in the world overall on family and 43rd on our wedding site. Really incredible achievements. So yeah, how did it feel getting those accolades? Must have been pretty cool.
Oh, that's great. I wasn't expecting something like this, because I play This Is Reportage just, to try and to compare a little bit my pictures to the others, and to try to get better. But when the Storyteller Prize arrived like this, it's crazy. I was not expecting that. And we have a small community between French photographers, most of them,
Oh, yeah.
And so when they tell me that, because I didn't see it at first, it was wow, pure joy. Perfect.
Oh, that's proper cool, man. And I think that is the Storyteller of the Year especially is such a cool accolade, because that is what we're doing, and that's an award for such a huge body of work, not just individual captures as well. So it's super cool.
Yeah, and that's funny, because when I look at my work, I am always complaining about not being a good storyteller, finally, because I don't prepare my reportage like this, saying, okay, I'm going to start with this little bit of introduction and keep going on during the day, and after have a small conclusion. I don't think about it at all. And so I'm lacking some images to do that, when I see the whole gallery. But finally, when you pick some pictures to make the story for the awards, sometimes it works, so it's great.
Well, it's really worked for you, man. It's brilliant. And to have that kind of constant, consistent creativity, I mean, that's the goal for everyone, really. And yeah, nailing it. Was it 5 story awards, I think you got from Reportage last year, which is amazing.
Yeah, I think it's 5.
Yeah, and 3 on the family as well. So it's just like story award after story award. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it was crazy. I think it was the second part of the year mostly. So yeah, it was crazy time.
Oh man, proper. And how? But then, I mean, that was obviously a good thing. How was 2020 in general for you, though? What was the year like for you?
Well, it was not so bad. Finally, I'm kind of an optimistic guy, and I've been very optimistic from the beginning of the virus until the end of the year. But yeah, of course, I didn't do a lot of weddings, only 3 out of 11.
Really,
so the 8 others have been postponed to 2021.
Right.
But it was okay, because I work also on family, as you know, and corporate. So I have a lot of things to do with my camera finally, and was good. So yeah, just looking forward to 2021 now, to meet more people and to be a little bit more social, because you're just in front of your computer most of the time. So I can't wait for the wedding and the wedding season to start.
Yeah, that's so true, isn't it? That social side is important, because, I can't remember. Well, we haven't had any parties, have we, the whole year? And yeah, it's a strange thing.
Well, photographer is a very lonely job, finally. So some people can suffer from that, I guess.
That's true. It was good that you already had that diversification in for your family and corporate work as well, though. So that was good. Which came first for you? How did you get into becoming a photographer anyway? And did you start with weddings and then did family, or did you start from family? How did you begin?
Well, I think I started with just anything, like anyone, I think, with landscapes and street photography and stuff like that. And it started with my job colleague, who asked me to make her wedding. So I just started like this one day, and it was $500. I was like, wow, just $500 for one day. That's crazy. But,
were you nervous for that first wedding there?
No, a little bit, but no, it was okay. No pressure, it was just the first try, and she knows it. and
Okay.
they were really happy with the pictures at the end. So it was a great first experience. I was not sure yet to continue with wedding photography, but the year after it was 3 more weddings, and after it was 8, and so on. So I just kept going, and yeah, it was cool.
How many years? When was that? When you started? What year was your very first one?
So that would be 2015, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm starting my 6th year, I think.
Okay, cool. So still quite new though, still quite fresh.
Yeah, it is. It's a long journey. So I'm just starting, yeah.
By the way, how do you speak English so well? It's so good. It's so amazing. Is it just from learning at school or?
Oh, no, my God. The English at school in France is really bad. We think we're good, but as soon as we leave France for another country, we just realize we are really bad. So, no, I just I traveled a little bit, and mostly in Australia. After my studies, I just needed a break, or I wanted to speak English correctly. So that was one of the main goals. So I went to Australia, in Sydney mostly. And I stayed here for 18 months, just for experiencing, So I think I learned English there mostly.
That's amazing, man. Honestly,
I love that language. So I'm always listening podcasts like yours, or watching movies, or reading books in English. I just love English.
Wow, that's cool. Very cool, man. I wish I could speak another language like you do, honestly. Massive respect.
I French one time.
You mentioned your time in Australia as well. That was when you got your first camera, I believe. Was that right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, I was doing some pictures and videos before, but with a kind of point and shoot camera. And it was really bad, of course. And I just bought my first Canon DSLR over there, and it just changed not my life, but it changed the way I was taking pictures, because the quality was so great, even if my pictures were still shit. But and at the end of my stay in Australia, I was a little bit broke, and I was waiting for my plane to come back in France. And I have maybe 3 weeks or something like this. And I just kept taking pictures all the time and reading books about photography all the time. So I came back from Australia with a new passion, and it didn't leave me. So yeah, I just started like this.
That's very cool. I think it's a really romantic kind of way to, starting a photography career and life, really, as well. Was it 18 months you were in Australia for then?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah, it was too short.
Was it?
Yeah, I should have stayed there, but don't tell to my wife.
Did you do all different kinds of jobs while you were out there then?
Yeah, actually, I went there with my head full of dreams, if we can say, but with my suit and my suitcase and my resume, and I'm looking forward to find a job in, banks or real estate, because I studied law and real estate.
Oh, right, okay.
So I was hoping to find a job like this over there. But like 3 or 4 weeks later, I just realized, okay, this is not Australia at all, or at least backpacking in Australia is not the thing. It's not that point. So I just changed my mind, and I switched the briefcase for the flip-flops, and I just bought a car and went all over Australia to pick some fruits, mainly. That's the main job, when you're backpacking over there. Have you been to Australia already?
I never have. No, never have.
No? So most of the backpackers, they find jobs in fruit picking, and it's crazy. It's a very good experience for the jobs and for the people you meet there. It was really, really great.
Very cool, man. That's really cool. Very cool. It must be quite hard work though. Is it quite hard work? Long hours?
Long hours, the heat, and some fruits are really hard to pick. Like I have a souvenir from the mango fields. The mangoes. You have to pick them with a kind of long stick with a net at the end.
Oh, okay.
You have to pull very hard to take the fruits out of the tree. And the problem is, when you do that, there is some very acid juice coming out of the fruit spilling everywhere, so on your face and stuff. And so you can have a very bad stain on your face after with the sun. So yeah, and stuff like all of the pineapples. You have a lot of snakes and bananas as well.
Oh, wow. I never thought of it. It's so
It's quite
dangerous.
dangerous. Yeah, yeah. It's not like a party in the fields, It's it's kind of dangerous sometimes. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Australia is one of the most dangerous countries, I think,
Oh, I guess.
for the nature at least.
Right. Okay. How old were you when you were doing that traveling then?
I was pretty old already because it was after the study, so I was 25, something like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
A nice time to be doing it, though. A nice.
Yeah. I wish I was younger, but it was a nice time. Yeah.
Don't we all wish that, though? Don't we all wish
Yeah.
that? And you say you studied law, did you then?
Yeah, I studied law and real estate and town planning.
Right. Okay.
I don't know why. Honestly. But after the high school, I just have to choose something, and I was a little bit in law, but not so much. But I finished my master degree, and I found a job after coming back from Australia. I found a job in real estate, but I could have done it without any diplomas. It was just real estate agent, so I don't need any master for that.
Right.
But it learned me some stuff, and I've met some people, so it's okay.
Yeah, it's funny how life turns out, isn't it? It is funny. Like, I did an English degree, and I guess I had no idea what I wanted to be at that time as well, actually. And it doesn't really set you up for a certain kind of career doing a degree in English.
Yeah. And I think every studies, unfortunately, is like this because you don't have any experience, so it's just on the books. And when you come in real life after, you're a little bit lost, at least after a French degree, yeah.
Yeah.
So did you use your English degree sometimes?
Well, I think it's something, I guess, that I use in every kind of business I've done, and being a wedding photographer and reportage, I use those skills. So I think it's a good grounding for things. But yeah, it's funny how it worked out. But I met my wife my first week at university as well, so that was a big plus.
That was useful then.
Yeah, very useful it was. I don't know if she'd agree, but yeah, it's all good. One thing I want to ask you, Olivier, there's a lot of joy and happiness in your work, which I think is awesome. Do you find that you're especially attracted to capturing those happy, joyful moments? Because I think we're all drawn to capturing different elements. So I just wondered what you thought about that.
Yeah, that's funny that you noticed that. So it's cool. I realized it pretty late, but if I go back to my first wedding, I can see that already, even if the pictures are terrible, with the tilted and stuff and not focused and anything. But the joy and happiness are there, and I think I'm attracted to this like a magnet. When especially for the cocktail time, for example, when I hear a burst of laughter or people shouting or kids playing or whatever, I just rush into them and click, try to capture something, and it's kind of natural for me.
That's so cool.
And I noticed it pretty late because the clients and some other photographers told me that. So now I'm trying to work on that, and I'm inspired, I think, by many photographers as well, like maybe Isabella Tink or people like this. So and I think I captured joy and happiness just because I don't know. I think like every photographer, I want to create some emotions for the viewer of my photographs. So I prefer them to laugh and smile when they see my pictures than crying or have a sad emotion, I guess.
That's cool.
Yeah, I like to share some happiness pictures.
That's very cool, man. Yeah, and as I say, it does really come across in your work. And we're lucky, aren't we, that we have a job that we can do that. We can capture that much joy. It is awesome.
Exactly, but I'm attracted sometimes by other pictures. Like I would love to do some photojournalism about sad things, unfortunately, but it's different ways to do it, I think, and the emotion you're creating are very different. But the point is to create some emotion, and if you can then make them smile, so it's great.
Yeah, very true, very true. Oh, and it makes me, again, talking to you makes me miss weddings even more now. I just want to
Don't tell me.
When did you do?
In England now? Do you think 2021 is going to be a possible season to photograph? Or?
I don't know, isn't it? I mean, I want to be hopeful. But being realistically, I don't know. I've already had 2 weddings in the past week. They'd already postponed from last year to this year. Now they're postponing again to next year.
Okay.
So I just don't know really. How do you think it's going to be for you in over there?
Well, last year I was optimistic, but I kicked my ass to say, okay, you have to start to be pessimistic a little bit and start to think about the bad things maybe. But I don't know. My first wedding is in April, and I have a very big peak of weddings in July and June.
Okay.
And actually, I think the Prime Minister or the Health Department Minister is talking in France tonight to tell us what's going to be the next week, so maybe a lockdown or something. And I think that they're saying that for the weddings that it's going to be limited to 6 people until maybe June, or maybe 30 people until
Really?
June. Wow. So yeah, I think it's going to be a little bit like the end of the season last year.
It is, isn't it? I think. Yeah, I think that's more the most likely scenario. Yeah. I've got 8
for us, but it's really, really sad for the wedding couples, I guess.
Oh, it is, isn't it? Yeah, and you can totally understand them not wanting to go ahead when they can only have 6 or 30 people, or not have an evening party at all. Can totally understand it.
Exactly. Yeah. And most of the wedding brides and groom have invited people from I don't know, England or USA or Australia sometimes. So
that's so true.
Yeah.
That travel element is huge, isn't it? That was one of the weddings that postponed last week. So they're supposed to be getting married this August, already postponed from last year, but they've got family coming over from Australia to Scotland and stuff. So they don't want to risk it, which I understand.
Yeah.
I've got 8 weddings in May. 8 in May. So I don't think they're going to probably go ahead. I know. I think I'll probably lose all of those, or maybe they'll postpone to next May, I guess. But anyway. We'll see. We don't know, do we? We'll see. Olivier, do you watch Netflix?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, yeah, everyone does that. We all do. We're photographers. That's what we do.
Yeah, it's great deal. You can have full of movie and series for not so expensive. So
I know it's good, isn't it? It's cool. Okay, we're gonna just do a little quiz for the last few episodes. I'll read a Netflix synopsis, and I see if you can guess what film or series it's talking about.
Wow, that's going to be hard. Okay.
We'll just give it a go, just for fun.
It's a cool game. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And hopefully people at home enjoy playing along with this. Okay. So I'm going to read out a synopsis now and see if you can get what I'm talking about.
Okay.
This is the first episode of something, okay? So it's the first episode of a series.
It's the episode synopsis, not even the series synopsis.
No, I know, because sometimes I can't find the whole series synopsis on Netflix. It's odd. But you might get this. Okay. Okay, so this is it. Okay. As talent agent Gabriel searches for a way to break bad news to actress Cécile de France, a mysterious newcomer stirs up intrigue at the office.
Yeah, I know that, and I watched it quite recently. It's French.
Yes, it's French, yeah.
Of course. And I don't remember the name. Oh my god. It's the agents for the agency.
Yeah.
Oh god,
that's good though. But wow, you've got it. So it's, in English, the name is Call My Agent.
Oh yeah, that's not the same in France at all.
Yeah, I bet it's different.
So I could say every name and you say, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I'll give you that though. I'll give you that because you knew what it was. I give you that. That's good, man.
Yeah, I know this one. It was good. I liked it.
Yeah, we've only watched a couple of episodes so far, but yeah, it gets really good reviews as well. So have you watched all? There's like 4 seasons, is there, or something?
Yeah. I didn't know it was in England too. I thought it was in France.
Yeah, it is in French, but I just seen it on Netflix recently. I don't know if it's just getting some more publicity because the 4th season came out. I don't know, but there's so much good stuff to watch, isn't there? So much good. Okay, so let's do another one. Olivier, you ready?
Okay.
Okay, so this is a film. Okay, just as a clue. So writer-director J.J. Abrams crafts a supernatural tale about 6 kids who witness something incredible while shooting a movie with a Super 8 camera.
Ah, yeah, I know it, and I watched it again recently. It was not Steven Spielberg actually, but it looked like Steven Spielberg.
It does look like Spielberg, doesn't it? Yeah.
And I don't remember the name again. I'm so bad with names and story. I can tell you if I see the image, but I can say the title. Is it like 8mm or something?
Yes, it's Super 8. Super 8.
Super 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great film, isn't it? I really like it.
The lights and the colors are really great in this movie. Yeah, that's why I watched it again recently.
Oh, okay, cool. For the cinematography and yeah. Cool. Okay, last one. You're doing well though. You know both so far. This is good.
I'm gonna win something maybe.
Okay, this one is a movie as well. It's quite an older film. Okay. When a prison guard discovers that a death row inmate possesses mysterious powers, he tries. Do you know it with that? Yeah. What is it?
Green Line.
Yes. Good one. Nice. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's a good film.
Good choices. I like them.
Oh, good. I'm glad you knew them all. That's good. It's good stuff. Yeah, that is a good film. And I started. So there's a Stephen King novel, and he released them as little mini chapbooks over a series. So that was cool. That was. Anyway, cool. That was fun. I hope you enjoyed playing that. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah. You can ask me anything like this. I like it.
That's cool. Okay, let's go on to another kind of random question, Olivier. Okay, but quite a big one.
Oh,
what? Yeah, I like the big ones. What's the first thing or things that come to your mind when I say what makes you happy?
That's a big one. Yeah.
It is, isn't it?
It should be simple to answer to this, but I'm not. The first thing that comes in my mind, effectively, is life experience. So I would say, I don't know, like try new things and travel over the world to see new things, with my family if I can. That would be it. I think just be able to travel anytime and anywhere and just live new experience, meet some new people and try new things. Yeah, that would be
That's really nice. That sounds like a lovely way to live, man. So you must have missed the traveling aspect of the last 12 months then, I guess.
Yeah, we are missing this. I'm not traveling a lot since I have my kids, so it's a bit complicated, but I think we're going to start again now because the youngest one is 2 years old, so maybe next year we're going to start again.
Oh, nice. So you've got a 2-year-old and how old's your other child?
And five for the big one.
5 and 2. Oh, nice ages though. Nice ages.
Yeah, okay.
Are you homeschooling the 5-year-old a bit at the moment?
No, the school is still open.
Oh, really? Oh.
Until tonight, at least. Well, they really insist on that in France. They say that the kids have to keep going to school, even if the corona is there. So for this time, it's still open. And
that's good.
But my wife is, I don't know the name, a speech therapist.
Oh, my wife's a speech therapist.
No way. Really?
Yeah. That's what she does. That's a funny coincidence.
That's great. I didn't know that. Okay. So she can, well, you know this, but they really good at teaching or really good at making exercises. So if the school stops, I think she can handle it. And
that's good. She would what? So would she enjoy that? Would she? Or
yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's not. We've been homeschooling, so the schools in England have been closed for the last few weeks now.
Since Christmas.
Yes, it has. That's right. Yes, it has been since Christmas. Yeah, and they won't be open until at least March the 8th, I think. No, so it's...
Wow. Oh, that's a long time. Okay.
Yeah, it is long.
You're allowed to go out to walk?
Just for one bit of exercise a day. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so that's lockdown, like the very first in France.
It is just like that, really. Yeah. Are you not in general lockdown at the moment in France then?
No, there is just a curfew, at 6 p.m.
Okay.
But yeah, it depends on what they're saying tonight. It's got to be a lockdown again, I think. Yeah.
Right. It's going to be strange listening back to these episodes, in a few years if people do.
Yeah.
And strange. Right. Okay. Let's change subject anyway. So I've heard, Olivier, that you're a bit of a perfectionist and can take quite a long time doing your slideshows for your clients. Is that right? Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, I'm quite of a perfectionist, and it's a really bad side of me. I think it's like you're losing so much time for that, or you're leaving some projects aside because of that. Sometimes because you say, okay, I don't have this or this, so I don't do this project, which is really stupid. But the slideshows are very important for me because I've always been working on videos and music in the same time when I was young, even before starting photography, like for traveling or stuff, and I wanted to make small movies about it.
Oh, okay.
So the music is really important for me to give some emotions with my pictures. So I never send my gallery like this, just okay, you can watch it whenever you want, because I know they're going to stop the car on the side of the road and watch it on the iPhone. It's crazy. I don't want it. So I invite the bride and groom, or even for the family shoots, I invite them at home with a big screen and the music, and I just make big slideshow out of it.
To your home, do you mean?
Yeah, because I don't have any studio or stuff like this. But
that's really cool.
So the slideshows were like 3 minutes long at the beginning, like 4 or 5 years ago. And now it's like 15 minutes, so it's pretty long for people who weren't there at the wedding. But for the bride and groom, it's a great experience, I think.
Wow, that's really lovely to offer that. Do you do that for most of your weddings then?
Yeah, for all of them.
Wow, gosh. And how long does it take you to make a 15-minute slideshow, for example?
About 2 or 3 years, maybe. No, it's crazy, but no, it's not the long part. Of course, the editing of the pictures is longer. But at the beginning, I was really, I was not so good, so I was doing longer. But I would say maybe 2 to 4 hours to make a slideshow like this, I think.
Wow. Right. Okay.
Well, the main, the most difficult part finally is to find the good music. And maybe several ones because it's longer than 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah, that's good. Unless it's one huge long instrumental or something.
Yeah, and but I'm quite lucky because when you're doing the slideshow I'm working on Final Cut, but whatever.
Okay.
And most of the time when the music is going to finish, I'm finishing a part of the day, like the getting ready, and after there is another music. I'm starting on the ceremony, for example.
That makes sense.
I like to have a rhythm like this, and I'm quite perfectionist because I want the picture exactly to change on the rhythm of the music, and the transition and stuff like this. So, I would like to try videos sometimes, I think, because I would love that, but it's quite a different job after.
It is a different art, isn't it? I would have no idea.
I have to start again at the beginning.
Yeah, but I'm sure you'd be really good at it. I'm sure you would. But that's I find that interesting about the slideshows. I think it's a lovely service that you offer. I mean, the couples must love that. Seeing, is it when they've seen all those images? Are they seeing them for the first time in that slideshow?
Yeah. After the slideshow, I explain them how the gallery is working, and the gallery is open after for everyone, for the guests and for the family.
Right. Okay.
But the very first time they see the pictures is on the slideshow. Yeah.
Oh, and are you there with? So are you sitting with them, like watching their reaction to their photos as well?
Yeah. Well, if I can, if it's a wedding near Perpignan, I can be there, and I even invite them at home. But if it's I don't know, in England or whatever, I just do it through Zoom or FaceTime.
Yeah, that's cool.
But I try to be with them and watch their reaction. Yeah, exactly.
But that must be lovely to see because, for example, I don't do a slideshow like that. And so I never see my couples
their
reactions. That must be really lovely.
That's a good experience. Sometimes you feel a little bit uncomfortable because you think, okay, I'm putting some pressure on them. They have to love the pictures because but finally that's what we want.
That's true.
But it's really nice because and they watch it for the first time always, I think, with a kind of skepticism, or they're not really comfortable with their images. They think they are looking bad, or there is an apprehension, and also it's.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
But when they watch it the second time, so I'm not there, but when they watch it for the second time, it's always a relief, and they feel like the pictures are really great, and their wedding was great. So it's a good thing. Yeah,
that's cool, man. I think that's really lovely. Have you ever been asked to do, because some photographers do same day slideshows, during the wedding itself? Have you ever done that?
Yeah, I have one this year. It's a pretty big wedding, and I have a little bit of pressure on it because I have to go to Luxembourg for it, and it's like 300 guests in a big castle, so it's brand new for me.
Right, wow.
And they asked me to do a slideshow for the end of the day, and I think I can't do it because I need someone with me to do that. I think because you have to extract the pictures, edit it, edit the video. It's quite long, so I'm sure there are some photographers doing it, but I don't know how they do that.
I know. I don't know.
I don't have any free time, during the wedding, so I can't do that, or I will miss many moments.
No, exactly. Yeah, as you say, you need someone with you really to do that separately.
But there are some applications or programs, we can do the slideshow for you, but it's not the same. I will do it for a same day slideshow like this, but it's not. I'm a perfectionist, so I wouldn't be happy with that. No,
you wouldn't, would you? No, I understand that as well. It's cool. It's great, really interesting to talk about that, because we've not spoken actually about slideshows often on the podcast. So I found that was really interesting.
It's a big my experience of the experience I propose.
It's really cool, I think. And I just don't do slideshows at all, actually. Not even at all. Not even non in person. I just don't do them. Maybe I should.
Good for you. More time with your family.
Yeah, but it sounds like you're giving your clients a beautiful thing with a slideshow. It's a really lovely thing. So.
And that's funny because I'm really thrilled when I'm doing it. It's like the final project I'm delivering. I shouldn't say that because as photographers we have to think about the prints and the papers and stuff like this. But the video is really a big final project for me, so I wouldn't imagine to do it without it.
No, it's cool. I love that how we all do things differently, and that's the great thing, isn't it? It'd be so boring if we all did exactly the same thing and offered the exact same thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, it's very cool. Very cool. Okay, Olivier, let's change tack slightly as well. There's another big question here. You ready for another big one?
Oh yeah, I love it.
Okay, what, if anything, are you afraid of?
Whoa.
Told you it was a big one.
I was going to say death, but I'm not even afraid of that.
Are you not? No, you're not?
Well, like everyone, but it's not something I have in my mind every day,
That's good.
Maybe that's going to be sad, but the question is sad anyway. But maybe not be able to move, like if I have an accident or whatever and I couldn't use my legs or my eyes, my sight. That would be something really bad because you're there, but you can't enjoy all the pleasures of this world. So yeah, that's the really first thing came to my mind, but I'm going to think about something else as soon as we hang up.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's change tack straight away because that is scary. That is a scary thought. Let's change tack, Olivier. I know that, but it's always interesting. It's just so interesting. But looking back then, okay, at life or at business or both, is there anything that you would have done differently?
Yeah, I would have started earlier, I think, younger.
Oh yeah.
And I would, if it was possible, I would have found my style, like a quotation mark. But I would have found my style earlier. Like the reportage is really something I like, so I wouldn't have lost sometimes with kind of lifestyle shots in weddings, and details. I hate details. Oh my god. So I would have done this differently, maybe.
Okay, yeah, that's
And,
interesting.
and maybe I would have stayed longer in Australia as well.
But maybe if you'd stayed longer in Australia, your life might have been totally different. You might never have done any kind of wedding or family photography.
Yeah, that's true. I will be picking windows again. I don't know, but it would have been quite differently. But I think the business of wedding photography might be good in Australia. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
It's quite different, I think, but I would have loved to walk over there.
Did you get like sunburn often when you were doing the picking of fruits and things?
I'm not the kind of guy who puts some cream on, you know.
Well, really, at all?
Yeah, I'm going from the south of France, you know.
Oh yeah, I guess.
You know, but no, yeah, that's really not very careful. But I don't think about it. So yeah, I might have got some big sunburn and sunburn. Sorry. And yeah, now that you're talking about this, I remember that in Australia is really, really bad because of the how do you say, you know, the atmosphere, the hole in the atmosphere.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty big above Australia, so it's really bad.
Okay.
But no, I didn't think about this.
You just didn't burn. That's so cool, man. I like that.
Let's get burned. Woo!
I burn really easily. I think because we hardly ever see the sun in England. You know, it's a rare occurrence. You know, so
yeah, that's how we recognize you when you came to the south of France by the beach. You know, it might be English.
That's funny. That is funny. Have you ever shot a wedding in England?
No, not yet. No. I've never been outside of France. Just twice in Spain, and this year I will go to Luxembourg.
Oh yeah, that sounds cool.
That was a big thing for me 2 years or 3 years ago, like to go outside of France and to travel overseas to shoot some weddings. I would love to do that again, but just maybe a couple of times during the season, but not always, you know, because I think it's really tiring and you don't see your family much after. So.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, especially when you've got kids, you don't want to be traveling away every weekend. No, definitely. I've done a few weddings in France. I've really enjoyed. I shot one a couple of years ago in Avignon. You know Avignon?
Oh yeah, really nice place here.
Yeah, they'd like hired out that whole bridge just for their evening party the night before.
Oh,
it was
cool. Really?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I didn't know it was peaceful. That's cool.
Yeah, it was cool. And I work with a French wedding planner sometimes, and her name is Anne. It's a double-barreled first name, and it's Anne Laure, like Laure. So at the wedding, though, I thought everyone was saying Alan Law, but they were just saying Anne Law all the time. It was really weird.
Anne Law. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, sidetrack. Olivia, in terms of your marketing at all, you know, getting yourself out there, what's been the most effective for you? You know, what do you focus your marketing energy on?
Well, it was quite easy at the beginning because it was mouse to ear. Is that correct?
It's what? Sorry, say again.
What's the name in English? Sorry. When someone is talking about you, you know, an old bride and groom are talking to a new one.
Oh yes, like word of mouth or
word of mouth, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my mainstream, my main canal, I think.
That's great.
But I recently, like last year, I worked a lot on my website during the winter, and I'm kind of in first place for my local area for the wedding photography search. So.
Oh, cool! Did you learn do you self-taught with about search engine optimization?
Like everything, I think I just look on the internet or read books, and you can find every answers to it. So
that's true, isn't it? Yeah.
And it worked, so it's great. I have some more demands now, and I'm trying on Instagram. But honestly, I hate this social media. I really hate it.
Oh, do you? Why don't you like it?
I don't know. As soon as if you don't have boobs, you know, you're not scoring anything. So, no, I'm exaggerating, but I don't like it. You have to be very consistent all the time, posting every day, and you don't get. I don't get any clients from there. Maybe 1 or 2 weddings in 3 years. So,
Right. Okay.
I think I'm going to post just to be present and say hello, I'm here. But my main thing, I think, is my website and my word to mouth.
No, that's cool, man. It's all really good. All good to find out about. I'm the same with you. I think social media kind of a love-hate relationship sometimes.
Yeah. That's crazy.
It is, isn't it? That consistency, as you say, is so important as well. And then you can feel the pressure, and it's draining as well. It's I don't know, but then it can be so effective for a lot of people. It can be really.
Yeah, a lot of photographers in my local area are working with Instagram. But first, the pictures are not the same. It's kind of a different style, like moody or fine art or something like this.
Yeah, right.
So I don't know if it's doing something, but I would love to hear some photographers from This is Reportage and to say, okay, Instagram is really big for me, because I'm curious about that.
Yeah, I know that's true. It is interesting how people.
Sorry, it might be a very good network for workshops.
It would be a really interesting subject, wouldn't it?
Famous among photographers, you can communicate on workshops in there. So not for the bride and groups, but for other photographers, it can be good. Yeah.
True. Olivier, we've all been dealing with this COVID times differently. Do you do anything specific? Like do you have to kind of cope with that? Any kind of morning routines or anything like that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's not special. It's not in regards with the COVID, but well, I have to say I read a lot of books, or try to read a lot of books, but I don't really like books that doesn't bring me anything, like novels, for example.
Oh, okay.
It's strange to say as a storyteller, but yeah, I'm not into novels. So I like to read books about some subjects of photography, of course, but I can read some books about personal development. I like it. And I've read this book called The Miracle Morning, so it's quite famous.
Okay.
It seems a bit strange, but I just tried it. And the thing is, so my morning routine is, I do it like since 2 years now. And basically, I wake up at 5:30 in the morning, and
wow, that's early. That's early.
Yeah, I know, but that's the point,
Okay, sorry. Yeah, go on. Yeah.
Well, you can do it at 9 o'clock if you have some time, but I know that at 7:30 or 8 in the morning, my kids are up, and then we have to go to school and stuff. So you don't have any time for you after that. So that's why I'm getting up early. And the thing is just to take some time for you, because you won't have the time after during the day. Even if I am a photographer and I can work at my home and can do whatever I want during the day, but that's not the thing I want to do. So I just get up very early and I go for meditation, which is very good. I go for exercise, so running or stand-up paddle or bike or whatever. And after I do some deep work sessions. So I don't know if you've heard about this.
No, what's that?
Well, basically it's walking, but you just set time for that. So you say, okay, I'm going to walk very deeply for 45 minutes or 60 or 90 minutes. It depends what you want.
Uh-huh.
And the thing is, you have to really focus on your task and be really focused on this, and cut every notifications, every phone, every Wi-Fi, every computer, anything that can disturb you. Okay, so you are really into your task, and you are working so much faster. And so you can do 2, 3, 4 sessions, and at the end of the day, you accomplish so many things because you're not thinking about anything else, So I'm talking mainly about editing the pictures, because it's a long process, and I'm the kind of guy always thinking, so when I'm in front of my computer editing the pictures, I can think, I don't know, I broke my UV filter, on my lens, so I have to buy one just now, so you just quit everything, go on Amazon. It's crazy. You just quit the task to do something really not important. And so you spend so much time on your computer and you're not working actually. So the deep work sessions are very good. You just put a timer and you say, okay, 45 minutes, I just do that. And it's crazy because at the end you're accomplishing very, very big task and fastly.
That sounds really, really good. That does sound really good. Because
Just
as you say, you could just sit at your computer with a really good goal in mind. But I end up, as you say, just going on Amazon or like paying tax
exactly.
or like checking
It's-
anything.
yeah, that's the bad thing about our work. And my wife is always telling me that I don't know how you're doing to work by yourself at home in front of your computer. I would be doing anything but work during the day. So it's quite, we have to be disciplined for that.
Yes, that's true. That self-discipline is tricky, but that
Yeah,
sounds like you've
exactly.
got it nailed there with that. That seems a really good idea. Really,
And
really good.
the routines are really helping to be self-disciplined actually. So if you get your brain used to do some things at the same time every day, you're just really efficient to it, and you're just spending less time elsewhere.
I think that would be really useful for me. I think we've added an element of routine has come in now that we're homeschooling. We've had to have some kind of routine.
Yeah, sure. And you're
And I
gonna
think
start after.
I think that's generally helping actually, because now I know I can only specifically work like after I've homeschooled the children, for instance, as well. So that makes me more productive in that limited
Yeah,
amount of time I have.
exactly.
Yeah, that's all interesting. But
Are you going to wake up at 5:30 tomorrow, Alan?
no, I'm not.
I'm
Do you
gonna
do
call you
that?
5:30.
No, you're not. You're not. Do you do that at the weekend even? Still 5:30?
So yeah, I try to do it every day, Sundays. The thing is, as soon as I stop, I don't feel good. I feel like getting out of the bed is really, really a pain in the ass.
Okay.
And my day is starting differently, and I'm a little bit lazy, and it's not the same. I don't want to accomplish all the tasks I have in mind. But the bad part of this routine is wedding season, of course, because I'm only doing a full day coverage. So I start at, noon or 1 p.m. and I stop at 1 or 2 a.m. in the morning.
Right. It's long.
So when you get back to home at 3 a.m., you just can't wake up at 5:30,
No, you can't. You can't.
But yeah, try to at least wake up at 5:30 for the wedding day. And that's kind of hard, but I know if I don't do it, I will be like shit. So I don't know. It's
really interesting.
Yeah.
Does your wife like get up with you at 5:30 as well?
She's a morning person, but not 5:30. But she wakes up at 6:15, something like this. So she has some time for her, like until 7:30, just to walk a little bit or do something before the kids wake up.
That's nice as well.
But we are not. So you have to understand that at 10 p.m. we're all sleeping at house. We're not really, really late people,
No, same here though, actually. Like me and Oni will go up to bed about like 9:15, 9:30. I like that. I like it.
We're old, Adam.
Man, that was interesting. Really interesting. Let's talk about your family photography specifically. We've not touched on that much. So did when you became a photographer? Was it weddings that you really shot first, and then the family stuff came later, or was it the other way around? Or
I think it was quite in the same time. I had my first family sessions on the same season, I guess. Yeah.
No, that's cool.
But I really tried the family reportage this year, and especially with my kids during the lockdown.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
That was a big step for me, and I really like it. So I want to do more of this. But
that's cool.
I think you hear it a lot, but I think the day in the life session is quite difficult to sell, because it's a big amount of money for the families.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to do it. I think I'm gonna develop it on my website for this year. The first family shootings I was doing is more of a lifestyle.
Okay, interesting. And were they kind of like existing wedding clients as well, or were they totally separate kind of clients?
Yeah, sometimes I have a few clients who got married. So I did the engagement session, the wedding, the day after session, the pregnancy, the first kid, the second kid. So that's great. Yeah, it's
wow. That's really cool to like document a whole kind of family events, all those kind of events like that. That's really cool.
Yeah. And I have one of them who are very close friends now. And when we go to their home, there is a big wall with all the prints in black and white, and it's crazy. You can see all your work, since 5 years. Yeah, 4.
Oh, that must be really rewarding to see. I think that must be really nice. Do you think maybe that they just before you come over, they get everything printed and up on the wall?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
That's funny. Do you have a kind of bucket list in life or in weddings? Big goals, like some certain kind of weddings in certain locations you'd want to do, or anything like that?
Oh yeah, but that's a big bucket, I think. And it's growing every day. But I think I can tick off one, because This is Reportage podcast was one of the...
Oh, that's cool.
But honestly, I was thinking about this like 6 or 8 months ago, and a couple of weeks ago, you just sent me this message. Do you want to talk to the podcast? So that was great. That was a good thing.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, my bucket list could be full of photography projects, of course. So I think I would love to be a speaker at a conference, maybe someday.
Oh, you will be, I'm sure, definitely.
Thank you. I don't know if it's going to be still fashion, in a couple of years.
Well, maybe they'll be even more in demand, though. People to get together, and you'd be a great speaker, man, as well.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure about that. I have to prepare. I have to drink a lot of wine before being on scene, But I want to teach other photographers for sure. So maybe family or weddings, anything.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I would like to share everything I know and everything I learned from other photographers, of course, but just share my vision about wedding and family photography. That would be cool.
Oh, that'd be very cool. You should definitely do that.
Yeah, it's something in my mind since 1 or 2 years, but I'm just feeling not, how do you say, not good enough to do it,
But that's the thing. Like, I think you'll never. I don't think. Well, from my personal experience, I still don't feel good enough. And I've done workshops, but I think that's something we always go through. But everybody has got stuff to teach. Everybody's got stuff to say that people are going to find useful.
Yeah, you're right. But the thing is, there is so many workshops everywhere, like in France, but I think everywhere in the world. And I'm afraid to just do the same as the others, and not be really interesting.
Well, yeah, but only you could do an Olivier Bolte workshop. Only you.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's true. It is true, though. I know it sounds a bit pat, but it is true. So, you just got to do it, man. Just do it.
Yeah,
do it.
I'll try. You're right.
I am a firm believer, though. You've got to try things, I think, especially when you sound like you have a real interest and passion to do that. So, yeah, do it. Have you been on many workshops yourself? Have you been on many?
I love it. Mainly in France, so with Franck Boutonnet or William Lambelet.
Cool.
You know them, of course.
Oh yeah, nice.
But I've seen some great conferences as well with Yves Scheppers or Ken Pak.
Oh, cool.
And I've been to Ireland once in Belfast. I know maybe the Burn workshop.
Oh yes, yeah, I've never been, but I've heard of it. Yeah, was that cool?
That was a great experience with French Storyteller and the York Play Studio. I love them.
Oh, that's cool.
That was a cool moment too.
I've been on a Floristi workshop as well. He's such a cool guy, isn't he?
Yeah,
cool.
So funny.
Yeah, so funny. I love him.
But I would love to go to the Dog Day. Is it going to be on 24th?
Yeah, I don't know yet, because with Reportage we partner with Kevin and Annie Kafash, who created Doc Day. So I don't organise it. So I don't know yet. I don't know what's going to happen with it, to be honest. But you should definitely come when or if it happens. It is really good fun. It's really good.
Yeah, sure. It's a big excuse for traveling, so I can escape my home and my kids.
Yeah, exactly. It's true, though. Oh, it's true. Oh, I hope to meet you at one of those events someday.
Yeah, I would love to.
It'd be so cool to meet you in the flesh, man. It's been so lovely talking to you here. Thank you.
Thank you, Alan. Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, it's been really, really lovely. So we've got time just for one more question.
Yeah.
And we can link it with your teaching, possibilities. So what would be, Olivier, your top tips to help someone become better at the documentary side of what we do? So it could be about documentary weddings or documentary family or just in general. What would be your top tips?
I think the first one comes to my mind is the one would change a bit everything for me, is to shoot the shit out of it, how they say, to push all the time, like he's saying, Frank Boutonnet. So the thing is, when you are photographing a wedding, you're just not sure about what you're taking, you're not sure about what is going to happen, so just click all the time, not for nothing, but shoot on purpose, but shoot a lot, and you will capture some great moments, because you can't plan everything. So if something happens, you have it, and you can manage to have great pictures of it. So yeah, I would say not to put down your camera, just keep it on the eye during the whole day.
That's
and
great.
Run everywhere and be very focused the whole day. So it can be very exhausting at the end of the day, but that's the thing,
Especially if you get up at 5:30 in the morning.
Exactly. Yeah, but I'm doing exercise, remember? So
No, I know, I'm joking though. Yeah.
yeah, it's really exhausting for the brain mostly, but that's the thing would change everything for me, because I was I thought I was not lazy, but I was not shooting enough. Just okay, I shoot some moments, and I think, okay, I have a picture, and when I see it on the computer, it's really bad. So I should have shot 100 pictures more, or something like this. Yeah. And we are allowed to do this today with the numeric, with the pictures, with the cards like this. So we have to do it.
No, it's great advice, man. I think that is so vital. It's a great advice. Yeah, great. Man, dude, thank you so much.
That was great. Thank you, Alan.
Oh, I really enjoyed talking to you. It's very lovely. I've just been smiling away behind. You can't see me, but I've just been smiling the whole time. It's lovely.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I'm always smiling. And the thing is, I'm always smiling when I listen to your podcast. It's crazy. You have a very empathic voice and really smiling. So it's great.
Oh, that's lovely of you to say. It's lovely. Oh, man, I hope we do get to meet. Do come to Doc Day. Come to the This Is Reportage Christmas party if it goes ahead.
Yeah, so it's for Christmas, I guess.
Yeah, if it can go ahead again, but it would be so lovely to meet you.
I would love to, yeah.
Be awesome, dude. You stay safe, and I hope 2020 is a good one. 2021. It's the wrong year. I said wrong
2020 is definitely shit. We can't forget about it.
Yeah.
One will be great, and please keep going in what you are doing, Alan. For This Is Reportage is one of it's my favorite association for awards like this. So you're doing really a great job with all the videos and podcasts. So please keep going. It's great.
Thank you, man. That's really lovely of you. Really lovely, and super talking to you. Thank you. You have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Get to bed early.
Yeah, I will.
Bye, man.
Bye, Adam.
You've been listening to the 65th episode of the This Is Reportage podcast. I thoroughly enjoyed talking to Olivier. Hope you enjoyed it too. Head to thisisreportage.com, see a link through to Olivier's website. We have lots more episodes of the podcast available too, where we speak to family and wedding photographers from all over the world. Delve into our back catalogue to hear from the likes of Stephen Rooney, Louisa Fondenbroek, Liam Shaw and Dominique Shaw of York Place Studios, Christoph Clays, Alex Kuss, Jill Streefland, Tyler Workin, Ross Harvey, Verena Meadows, and many more too. If you're not yet a member of This Reportage or This Reportage family, check out all the benefits of joining us, including an unlimited number of images on your profile, 60 individual award and 18 story award entries per year, invites to our physical meetups and parties, exclusive discounts, hours of educational videos featuring tips and advice from some of the world's best photographers, and much more. Submissions are now open for our second collections of 2021. The deadline is the same for both our wedding site and our family site. Submit by 23:59 GMT on 24th of March 2021. No poses, nothing staged. This is Reportage. And this is bye for now.